So, in response to my post the other day about coffee and fat oxidation, I had a lot of people comment or ask me questions about coffee creamer, what's okay, what's not okay. Okay, look, I'm just going to cut to the chase. It's not about what type of coffee creamer that you're using. It's not about if your coffee creamer is sugar free, yada, yada, yada. Here's the thing, nobody's using 1 tablespoon of coffee creamer, right? That's your standard serving size. If it's sugar free, it's like 25 calories, maybe 35. Regular coffee creamer, at least like the Poor People brand, is like 35 calories a serving. Um, then of course you got all of these fancy coffee creamers, right? That masquerade as being healthy. You got the Greek yogurt one, that's 35 calories a serving, but they're all per tablespoon, right? Okay, look, you go put a tablespoon of coffee creamer in your coffee cup, right? It's not going to change the color of your coffee. And I know, especially ladies, you're putting enough coffee creamer in there to change the color to like a light creamy text color, right? Like to where it looks less like diarrhea. Okay, and I know that you're going for the flavor of the creamer, right? It's like the pumpkin spice latte. Okay, you're not going to just put a tablespoon in there because you want your coffee to taste like pumpkin spice. So last year I did this experiment. I put a tablespoon in there, tastes like crap, right? So then I got on my tablespoon. I started putting tablespoons in there, right? Because I wanted to see how much of this sugar-free pumpkin spice coffee creamer I had to put in there to make my coffee taste like pumpkin spice. I got at 15, and then I just started using a measuring cup, right? And when it was all said and done, I actually had to like come back and like translate my my measurements, right, from cups into tablespoons, and then figure out my calories. It took me like 700 calories of the sugar-free creamer to get my coffee to taste like what I wanted it to taste like using it, right? So, anyways, my point is what we do when we're using coffee creamer is we pour it in there. We're like, oh, it's not that much, right? But the fact is, it is that much, okay? And when you're drinking an extra 300 to 700 calories a day in coffee creamer, yeah, that adds up. So that's why I just stopped drinking that stuff. That's also why I stopped doing like a lot of these low calorie treats. Treats. I'm not a dog. I hate that word. Right? Because all of that stuff adds up. It's really not good for you. If you really sit down there and think about it, you're slamming this synthetic chemical that like fakes being sugar into your body, and so your body thinks it's sugar. So hypothetically you should be getting an insulin spike, and the insulin, right, stops your fat loss. And then not only that, is it's basically making any blood sugar that you have in your bloodstream go to your muscles or your fat cells, right? So then what's happening, you get like a little blood sugar crash. And then the problem with that is now you're really hungry. Okay, so artificial sweeteners, again, same thing with the coffee. Basically, you're really just messing with your blood sugar and giving yourself more cravings, and you're probably consuming too many calories from creamer at this point. So I would just cut it.